Hey, well, according to the FBI, in 2022, Arkansas had close to 7,500 vehicle motor thefts, making it the highest form of property crime in the state. Here to discuss some of the ways those thefts occur, and more importantly, how we can prevent it, is our friend Scott Romine of Gwatney, Buick, GMC. Good to have you here, man.
Man, my favorite part of my job is getting to come on this show.
Well, I appreciate you saying that, and we love having you here. He always comes bearing gifts.
Yeah.
You designed these T-shirts, didn't you?
Sure.
This is great.
I have fun with that.
Well, thank you so much for bringing that
Got
in.
Ansley one.
I appreciate it. Yeah, we will get that to her.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Well, thank you. So cars today come with all kinds of anti-theft protection on them, but unfortunately,
it's kind of like car wrecks. It's something that is going to happen. It's a part of life. And I've been on kind of both sides of this thing. I was a police officer for years before I worked at Gwatney Buick GMC, so I've done the reports and the recoveries. And I can tell you that any car, any manufacturer can be stolen. You know, there are instances where 5, 6 cars disappear in a neighborhood one night and they were all hauled off with a tow truck. So if thieves have access to a tow truck, there's really no electronic doodad. The tow truck's going to win. The car will get stolen.
But of course, cars have tons of electronic doodads now, and they think that'd be better. But
well, one of the best things is on the vehicles like we sell at Gwatney. The Buicks and GMCs have OnStar. So in the event that vehicle is stolen, you can contact OnStar with a police report. OnStar will work with the police department and track that vehicle down within a few feet of where it is. A police car can get behind that stolen vehicle. OnStar can slow it down, turn the engine off, lock the doors, and that prevents that stolen vehicle from ending up in one of these high-speed pursuits where people get hurt or worse, or the car gets completely totaled.
Yes.
OnStar is a great thing, but I wanted to talk about the technology that thieves now are exploiting.
I'm fascinated about this. So there's something called a relay attack.
Yes.
What is that?
So the technology they are exploiting is the key fob. And a relay attack is where you lay your keys on your kitchen counter or lay them next to your plate at a restaurant. And this takes 2 thieves to work. One thief will go up next to you at the restaurant or next to your window at night and boost that very weak signal from your key fob. It's an unsecured, short commercial radio signal. They will boost it and throw it out to their accomplice who is out by your car.
That is incredible.
And then that person has the equipment to unlock your car and get in and push the start button because your car thinks the key is inside the car. So this works for them at least once to drive your car away. And it's called a relay attack.
Is there anything we can do to prevent that?
Sure we can, but let me tell you about the other way they
that's called the code grabbing attack.
The code grabbing hack is when somebody is not necessarily going to drive off with your car right then, but they have the equipment, they pick out the car they want to steal, say in a parking lot, they drive up and park next to it. They're waiting for you to press the button on your key fob and watch your lights flash. They will capture the signal that unlock that car. They can now just follow you home. They know where the car is at. Go get a blank key fob and use that equipment to put that signal inside of that blank key fob. They've now created
a key to your car.
A key to your car, exactly like the one you have. So at any time during the night, they can just roll up to your driveway and get in your car and drive off. So that's the other way they are exploiting the key fob.
I'm not going to kid you. That's scary.
It kind of is scary.
It is a little bit scary. So what can we do?
Well, the cheapest thing you can do, and my wife is the coffee drinker in our family, if you could get a hold of an old Folgers metal coffee can, keep that on your kitchen counter at night, put your key fob in the Folgers can. Now, this is the free solution. That very weak signal can't get out of a Folgers can.
Old technology beating new technology.
Yeah, but for $20, you can do it a little nicer. Now, this is from Amazon, and this is a Faraday box. And you get this kit. This box does what that Folger can do. Now, this is a Faraday bag, and I've got a key fob in here, and I tested this earlier. With your key fob inside of this little bag, you can get in your car and press the button, and the car will not stop. Those signals cannot get out of this bag.
A Faraday bag.
Faraday bag with a Faraday box, $20. There's 2 key fob bags and a box. And it goes a long way towards preventing a car theft.
And I suspect, vigilance is a big part of this too. If you see somebody lurking around.
Yeah, parking in well-lit areas, that sort of thing, that's always important. But, this is kind of cheap insurance.
Yeah, exactly. One of the things I always do, Scott, is I always forget to lock the car, and like halfway to the store, I'll start doing it where I'm not paying attention to who's around it.
Now you're thinking about it. But this is not the only electronic that car people or thieves are exploiting. They're also exploiting your credit card.
Yeah.
Because everybody's used to going to gas pumps. So one of the other things out there now I want people to think about is a gas pump skimmer. And if you see that, it's a plastic device that looks like it should be or is part of the gas pump. And what happens is people unwittingly put their credit card in the gas pump, just like this, except it is passed through the device that looks like it should be there. Now, your credit card's going to work, you are going to get gas, you are going to drive off, but later on, a thief will roll up to this gas pump and using Bluetooth capture all of the credit cards that went through that pump that day. They can also set up a little remote camera and take pictures of you entering your PIN. So always run your card as credit, not debit. It's much easier to dispute credit. Consider using the tap on the pump. Use the pump.
As opposed to sliding your card in there. That's a great advice. Card.
Always pull on the slot before you put your card in. If the thing comes off, it's not supposed to be there.
Right.
And consider paying cash. That's what we used to do.
That's right.
And there's no chance that this would
But then you got to carry a lot of cash around with you.
That's true these days.
But again, be vigilant. Look and see. It's so great that you're making us aware of all this stuff. So.
Yeah, and it's oftentimes it's going to be the gas pump farthest away from where the cashier can
because
see.
as we know, the cashier's got a billion things to do. They don't have time to police everything. They can't be everywhere all the time.
Exactly right.
So it's incumbent upon you to do this. Scott, I can't thank you enough. You've scared the heck out of me, but at the same time, you've made me a lot smarter. Coming up Monday on this program.
That's right. You're going to drive the 2025 Terrain. It's an all-new body style. We've got them there at Gwatney Buick GMC. The Elevation, all-wheel drive. They've completely redesigned the Terrain. It's got a big screen television in the dash now.
It really does. Yeah.
It's impressive.
It is beautiful.
That's Monday morning.
Thank you for giving me that opportunity. Thank you for the T-shirt, and especially thank you for making us smarter. Of course, Gwatney Buick GMC you can find over there at 5700 Landers Road in North Little Rock. Bunch of great guys over there. Say hi to Jamie for us, Scott.
I sure will.
Thank you,
Thanks,
bud.
sir.
Appreciate you,
it.
man. All right, coming back to Good Morning Arkansas right after this. Don't go away.